What's up, residents? Jacob here. If you thought we were done with the time Godzilla went to hell with Part 2, well, you'd be wrong. Released shortly after Part 2, Part 3 of the epic story of how Godzilla went to hell was the first issue in this series to feature the work of multiple creators. Written by the combined efforts of Ulysses Farinas and Eric Freitas, with the art being done by Buster Moody, sweet name, Part 3 went back to the more cartoony art style and feel. But don't let that fool you into thinking this issue is something to take lightly. This time, Godzilla faces both heaven and hell, angel and demon. The description reads, "What brought Godzilla to hell? A glimpse of Godzilla's greatest battle gives clues, but what will happen when Godzilla faces a rematch with that same foe in the underworld? Let's get to it." The story starts off showing a strange landscape. A city lays destroyed and on fire. Strange objects fall from the sky. The land is full of debris and total destruction. Then we see them, the Titans. Godzilla and Space Godzilla, locked in a dead stare with one another. The statue Christ the Redeemer reveals that this destroyed location is Rio de Janeiro, sorry Brazil. Godzilla isn't in hell, not yet. He and Space Godzilla are battling on Earth, just like how it's always gone. The duel rages on. A powerful storm forms above Space Godzilla. Lightning strikes down upon him, but it doesn't hurt the monster, it fuels him. The giant statue is suddenly destroyed by the overwhelming force building around the area. And then Space Godzilla unleashes a monstrous blast of energy towards Godzilla. The attack would turn entire cities into nothing but ash. But the G-Man, well, he just gets pissed off. The power from Space Godzilla's attack gives Godzilla insane amounts of energy, and he releases an attack so powerful that it plants Space Godzilla in the ground. Godzilla thinks he has won. He prepares for the killing blow, unleashing an atomic blast of epic proportions. Space Godzilla knows he only has one shot, so he summons all his power into a blast of his own to confront Godzilla. The powers combined reach disastrous levels.
It's over 9,000!
A reaction occurs, so powerful that the entire planet is destroyed. If the Earth was destroyed, then certainly Godzilla must have been. So how is it that he is alive now? What strange new land is this? Is it heaven or is it hell? Godzilla is clearly out of his element. Tiny, human-like beings with wings that resemble Mothra's quickly approach Godzilla. The G-Man raises his gaze upon an enormous structure that resembles a peaked mountain, but something was off. This mountain had eyes and strange, devilish wings growing all throughout its mass. The eyes open.
Serve peace, submit. Serve peace, submit.
You don't say that to Godzilla. Now angry and annoyed, Godzilla takes out his frustration on one of the strange winged people. The mountain becomes angry.
You mustn't defy peace. Serve peace. Peace. Submit.
Everything is suddenly filled with immense light and color. The floor transforms into a tunnel leading straight down.
You shall learn to submit to peace.
If this place is heaven, then there is only one place where he must be going now. He crashes down onto the surface of a frozen, lifeless land. Space Godzilla is seen frozen and underneath the ground, but not for long. The pinkish hue of the space monster's energy starts to resonate above the ice. Godzilla waits, but then he is met by the noise of someone, something, laughing.
Enter its throat.
Instead of angels, this time thousands of winged demons swarm the G-Man. While he is caught up in dealing with the little pests, Space Godzilla takes advantage of the distraction and spear tackles Godzilla. When the G-Man gets up, a giant hand made of ice reaches up from the ground and constrains him. This could only be the work of the devil himself. Space Godzilla reaches out and grabs Godzilla by the throat.
Consume its heart. Enter its throat.
As Space Godzilla holds the G-Man's jaws open, countless demons plunge into his mouth. A legion of angels burst through the ceiling of the dark cave and rush down onto Godzilla's mouth.
Serve us. Submit to us. Join our fate. Become one with hell.
Both heaven and hell, equally as biased and insane, both trying to force Godzilla to accept their beliefs as the only true ones. The lines between good and evil are as cloudy as ever. Godzilla snaps his jaws shut. Now powered by the energy from the angels, he knew it was time to end Space Godzilla once and for all. He simply walks towards Space Godzilla, and even when the space demon fires a blast of energy at him, the G-Man just keeps coming. Unbreakable, incorruptible, unyielding. Godzilla crushes Space Godzilla's energy crystals stored upon his back. Enraged, Space Godzilla manages one more powerful attack and fires it at Godzilla. With the power given by God, Godzilla is untouchable. The beam of energy is reflected right back at Space Godzilla. In the blink of an eye, Space Godzilla is nothing more than blood and guts.
Now that we have aided you in your victory against Space Godzilla, you shall serve us in our battle against hell. Submit.
Submit?
No, you must submit.
Godzilla fires an overpowered blast, using heaven's own power against it, straight through the portal that led to the Mountain of Eyes, God. The portal, Mountain of Eyes, and God itself appear to be destroyed by the might of Godzilla. With the angels and demons now leaderless, they flock to Godzilla like the sheep they are. We submit to Godzilla! You are the one we worship! Godzilla doesn't care who you are, who you follow. If you annoy him, you are done for. Godzilla grabs a handful of angels and demons and eats them like a protein bar after a good workout. Just another day in hell for the G-Man. Godzilla in Hell Part 3 finally gave some insight about how Godzilla actually went to hell, destroying the entire planet, including himself. I loved how originally Godzilla went to heaven, or a take on it, and was still his rebellious self. Godzilla's no one's slave, and how this was portrayed in this religious context was spot on, I felt. Now I'm not gonna get into the religion debate, you do you, but the way how this story shown both heaven and hell as corrupt entities, both of which forcefully making others abide by their rules, was a way too real feeling situation. The moral of this story really seemed to be saying to not just follow others blindlessly, make your own decisions, like Godzilla. Amidst this, there was a battle between Godzilla and one of his most powerful enemies, Space Godzilla. This fight was pretty epic, although kinda brief. But I loved how both monsters were practically even in skill until Godzilla was given an advantage. The art style was a bit too cartoony feeling and inconsistent in my opinion, but the way how the images were placed along with the range of vibrant colors had my eyes locked to the pictures. And for once it was really nice to see the issue end with Godzilla walking out on his own terms. Overall, Godzilla in Hell Part 3 had the most significant meaning to its story, and you could really gain some knowledge if you experienced this story with an open mind. This series once again proves that Godzilla in Hell is an amazing idea, and you should 100% pick up Part 3 if you're able to. This entire collection is superb, and I can't wait to show you Part 4. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to be kept up to date when we post the next video on Chapter 4 of this awesome story. If you feel like we've earned it, become a patron of Dangerville to get special goodies only available on our Patreon. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram for more personal content. As always, residents, this has been Jacob, and peace out.
Into the throat. Become one with hell.